In this video, I'll be talking about the What a Friend We Have in Jesus accompaniment track. Hey, it's Paul Tobey here from jazzmental.com. Thanks for hanging out with me for all of these videos. This is video 5 in our playlist series for this song. If you haven't reviewed the first 4 videos, please go and do that because there's a lot of great tips and tricks on how to play this song as swing in your church or wherever you decide to play it. In this video, we're going to talk about the 2 distinct styles of bass in the accompaniment track that I've recorded for you so that you know how to handle each of those a little bit differently and what they mean to a jazz player. So there's halftime feel and then there's walking feel. And we're going to talk about this in just a second. All right, so welcome back. It's Paul Tobey here. This is the last video in our series of 5 for What a Friend We Have in Jesus. Now, the accompaniment track that I've created has 2 distinct feels in it. The entire piece is put together in 4 sections. There's the opening full melody played, and then there's 2 choruses of solos, and then the final chorus is the melody once more. But the solos first start in the halftime feel, which is the same feel as the first chorus while the melody's playing. And then the second chorus for the solo is played in 4/4, where the bass is walking. So there's a different feel to each. What I'm going to do is let's go to each of those sections and let's take a look at what that sounds like for each section. So first we're going to play the one that's halftime feel. Okay, so that's the halftime feel. If you'll notice, the reason why it's halftime feel is because the bass feels like it's playing in halftime. It's only playing a note for half of the bar. In other words, 1 note for the first 2 beats and 1 note for the second 2 beats, like this. And what we're about to see is the straight ahead 4/4 feel in which the bass is walking. And what you need to pay attention to here is that the accent is on the second note and the 4th note. I'm just going to exaggerate that like this. So that's what bass players do. They put an accent on 2 and 4, and that really gives it that swing feel. You ever notice when people clap at a concert, they're constantly clapping on 1 and 3? Musicians don't think like that. You have to think on 2 and 4, not 1 and 3. So let's go to that section right now, and let's take a look at the difference. So this is the walking bass section. And what you're going to notice in this section is that the bass is just walking, playing a note on every beat of the bar. So let's take a look at what this sounds like, and we're going to continue on from where we left off in the last section. So you can see it has a very different feel than the halftime feel. Much more straight ahead, much more notes that you can put in now, and obviously fill out your solo quite a bit. Well, what just happened there was we were about to do the last chorus, and in that last chorus, we're just repeating the melody from the first chorus. So the whole "What a Friend We Have in Jesus" theme. And that's essentially how to put together a piece of jazz music. You want the opening section, which is the melody. Then you want a couple of choruses of solos. Obviously, if you have more musicians, there's obviously more solos to be put in there. And then you're going to play the chorus out. It is an AABA tune, so there's not a lot to learn in terms of chords here. And if you want to go and dive into all of the chords and scales and passing notes and spelling of the chords, please refer to the first 4 videos in this series. So as I said, this is the last video in the series. And what I'm going to do now is re-record the solo entirely and then go into the out chorus, and that'll end this series. If you have any questions or comments about this particular tutorial and you want to know a little bit more about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and you want me to make a video about that, talking about that specific element, then I'm very willing to do that. Just write it in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Thanks so much. Thanks for spending a little time with me. It's Paul Tobey. This is a fairly new YouTube channel, and we'd be really grateful if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So we'll be adding about 5 videos a week, just like this one. The videos are mainly focused on technical skills development, recording tips, and even professional and business development for musicians like you who want some help from a professional musician like myself. So I've toured 17 different countries, made 8 albums, was signed to a really good label, and made a full-time living as a professional artist. So I know and I'm confident that I can be a great resource for you. Subscribe now, and I'll see you in another video.